Hello, this is Robert Ferguson, founder CEO of Diet Free Life, nutritionist, author, a guy who cares, and that's why I share. And today, I'm going to share something with you that may be new. Um, it seems that whenever I talk to medical professionals, dermatologists, estheticians, people who would know quite a bit about skin tags, um, they found this information like intriguing. They didn't know. And again, it has something to do with insulin resistance. So I'm going to break it down for you, but do me a favor. If you're on YouTube, please like, share, watch the videos, tell people about it. If you're on Facebook, share, because this is information that can help people. And if you want to learn more about what I do or what we do and how we can help you, then you can contact us at dietfreelife.com. Now, if you look at what I'm talking about here, you will see that I said you can remove skin tags naturally. And people go, huh? And I said, well, it has a lot to do with what you eat. Huh? I said, one of the main drivers for skin tags is this thing called insulin resistance. Yes, insulin resistance. Now, before I share with you how all this works, if you're not familiar with what skin tags are, you don't usually see it on little kids. You don't even see it on teenagers. But as we mature in life, they start to show up. And they just show up out of nowhere. And the cool part is that when they leave, they just leave. One day you look in the mirror and it's like, wow, what happened? Well, and they tend to accumulate around like the armpits, back of the neck or around the neck, um, around the breasts, back, eyelids, and then they can continue to grow and grow and grow. You can go to a dermatologist and have them look at it, because you don't want to just start pulling things. And then I've had people tell me that they, will twist them and hold on to them or whatever, and then in 24 hours they tend to go away. Well, I wouldn't recommend you doing that. So, but what I am going to share with you is how we can fix this. And for the most part, skin tags are not anything to be alarmed about. They become part of you. You may not like what it looks like. It may bother you a little bit just looking in the mirror. But again, we can get rid of it. So what I'm going to do is kind of walk you through it. Do me a favor, if you have skin tags, let me know. Like, where are the skin tags on your body? I just had a gentleman, Johnny, on one of our other social sites. He was saying he accumulated quite a few skin tags in his groin area. And I said, well, it's another reason why you want to reverse your insulin resistance. Now, insulin resistance, for those of you who are new to that, is very common. It's growing. Unfortunately, you will have quite a few people talking about it, but don't really know about it. Or their goal is to talk about it, pull you in, and then sell you a supplement. This is not about supplements. This is about your health. And skin tags are a symptom of insulin resistance. Now, there's like 7 levels of insulin resistance. And you learn that with our carb threshold report, which, you can go to dietfreelife.com and you can learn more. Make sure you at least get on our newsletter so you're the first to learn about it. Or you can email us directly and we will make that information available to you. Because very, very soon we're going to open it up to the masses. And you can get this report done, and it doesn't take long at all. And quickly, you will know your level of insulin resistance. You will know if you are primarily a fat burner or a carb burner. You will know if you're insulin sensitive. And you will have a pretty good overview of your metabolic health with our proprietary formula. We get it right back to you, and then we actually get on the phone with you and we walk you through it and tell you exactly what you can be doing to improve your situation. Now, if you have questions while I'm on here, please don't hesitate to reach out, post it, and I'll get back to you. But take a look at those skin tags, right? And they're not the most attractive thing, but I mean, to me, they don't bother me at all. I have many friends and they have skin tags, and they can disappear, as I'm going to share with you. But it all comes down to insulin resistance. Matter of fact, when you look at insulin resistance, there's people right now that have a headache, they have a migraine, and they go to the doctor, and the doctor, you know, says, okay, well, we can help you out. There's some medication we can prescribe. You can start with some aspirin, and they will never bring up the fact that that migraine is a symptom of insulin resistance, aka hyperinsulinemia. Same as when you go to the doctor and they, oh, well, you have high blood pressure. So they treat the high blood pressure, right? With putting you on some type of med, not even realizing that that high blood pressure is driven by insulin resistance. You could have perfect glucose, okay, and still have insulin resistance. And our goal is just to kind of help bring clarity to that. And then people don't have to get on drugs. Now, in this past week, what was fascinating, I had 3 of my clients out of nowhere. I made one comment about it. They went and looked in the mirror. And if you guys catch this live or the replay, you know, go ahead and share your story and just tell them, hey, you've been doing this program for a while. Have you eaten in a way where we begin reversing insulin resistance? And many of them, we have reversed their insulin resistance. And when you reverse it, weight loss becomes much easier. The likelihood of you gaining weight is reduced because you improve what we refer to as your metabolic flexibility. And you begin being more of a fat burner than a carb burner. If you have darkness around, you know, the skin where the skin tags are, that starts to look better, and everything just starts to clear up. So the skin tags are like it's like a sign. It's like, hey, you have insulin resistance. And again, we tighten it up and we look at it, figure out exactly what level of insulin resistance you have, and then create a plan to get you out of that. And then you're free and you've reversed it. And once you reverse insulin resistance, you are then what we refer to as insulin sensitive. So the goal is to learn how to eat in a way where you flatline or you suppress insulin from being secreted. Because when insulin is secreted and it's constantly floating around in your body, your fat cells can't even release fat. And because of that resistance, more and more cells become resistant. And it literally can cause almost like a flooding around the fat cells. Your fat cells start to leak when they become resistant. And you have these pro-inflammatory cytokines being released into your body, and other ailments show up. Insulin resistance is tied to infertility. Insulin resistance is tied to everything from GERD to Hashimoto's, and the list goes on and on. And one of the saddest parts about all of this is that people will go to the doctor or they'll go to get help. And what happens is the symptom for why they went to get help gets treated, and we never go to the cause. And it's the cause is, if you go there, is where you begin the reversal. And as I was mentioning last week, I had 3 clients who don't know each other. In 1 week, all of them woke up, looked in the mirror, and are no longer seeing these skin tags. They're gone. The skin tags are gone. Now, before I hang up and go, if you have questions, feel free to ask. I'll do the best I can to answer. Of course, you know, I'm sharing with you that this can happen. And at the same time, as that happens, we don't know when it's going to happen. It just happens. You also see other things improve in your life. So when you're eating in a way to reverse that insulin resistance, which your doctors aren't even checking for it, by the way, they're not. You go to the doctor, go look at your last lab work. Just go look. And you're not going to see a fasting insulin. You're going to see fasting glucose. It's just not part of the agenda, which is very sad. Now, you can get a fasting insulin test, and on average, they cost about $25. You can get it done, and we help our clients with that all the time. And then if we have old lab work or new lab work, then we do an assessment there, and all the data continuously comes out that says that person's insulin resistant. And they're like, wow, no one's ever brought that to my attention. Nope. Because if a dermatologist says you have insulin resistance, they're going to blame it on genetics. They're going to blame it on weight gain. They're going to blame it on lifestyle. They're going to blame it on everything but insulin resistance because it's nowhere in their training. And if they did bring it up, they don't know how to help you, right? Because that's nutrition primarily. It's nutrition that's going to help you reverse insulin resistance. And it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. So if you have skin tags, you're probably a type 2 diabetic. You're likely to be pre-diabetic if you're not full-blown type 2 diabetic, or you have insulin resistance and you just don't know it because it's never been checked. And behind the scenes, many health related issues are going to start to show up. So take this seriously. Again, we are here to help you. At least because I'm going to be sharing like some menu examples on my website. So if you go to dietfreelife.com, we have, just look around. The site is constantly going through some changes, but we always have an opportunity for you to sign up for our newsletter. So then we can stay in touch with you. And if you're on YouTube, or if you know of YouTube, go to YouTube and make sure you like and subscribe to our page. And as we begin to grow, I'll be sharing a lot of step-by-steps on things that you and other people can do to improve these areas of their lives. All right. So again, I am Robert Ferguson. And as always, I love sharing information that I believe can be quite helpful to you, your family, your friends, your loved ones, and anyone who is looking to improve the health of their life. So until the next one,